Alright everyone, I'm gonna ride the RadMini today. I got a lot of daylight out here. I got the SUNTOUR SEATPOST, suspension seat post here. It's been a while since I've ridden anything. Anyways, hopefully you're getting a smoother ride. I don't know if you are, if you're not. I don't have the speedometer or anything. Let's just ride the bike. I haven't had a chance to ride the bike in like maybe the chain needs a little oil. Okay. I'm just gonna go ride the bike. It's been a while since I've ridden the bike today or at all. So just making sure everything works. I want it to be operational. I did change out I tightened the spokes on this side of the spokes of the tire, because when I'm turning right, I noticed it clicking, making clicking noises. Oh, all right, not bad. I gotta get used to I really gotta get used to the seat post, the suspension seat post, because I'm not used to the smoothness, and it's really riding smooth. I'm pleasantly surprised how smooth it's riding, actually. Very pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly surprised how smooth it's riding. Let's see, where am I going to go today? Oh, look at that dog, that big dog, Great Dane. That's alright, I'll wait. So, I'm just going to go around the neighborhood again. I'm facing the sun. It's hard for me to see the screen. It's so bright today. But essentially, it's going to ride around. It's, I can't believe it's 6:30 and it's still daylight. I still got about 2-3 hours left of daylight. And we hit the summer solstice, so it's going to be the hottest. I don't have my baseball pants on. I have my blue swimming trunks, baby blue swimming trunks. No underwear. Riding around a nice suspension seat post. It feels pretty good, actually. There we go. And I got the basket on the large basket in the rear. Giving that a try out. What I've noticed, and I don't know, maybe you'll all notice the same thing, or maybe not. What I've noticed is that sometimes I hit my heel, like literally my heel or my Achilles heel, onto the basket sometimes, like when I kind of get off the bike and when I'm stopping and I put my foot down and then I start again and I ride the bike again, I hit my heel onto the basket. So the width of the basket is pretty wide, different than my basket that I use, which was the plastic milk crate. So in that sense, it's kind of awkward, and it does stick out wide. I mean, it's pretty much almost as wide as, or as wide as, the actual handlebars on your bike. So in that sense, it is kind of wide. I'm not wearing any gloves today. My hands are going to get really tan now. But I have to tell you, I feel like I could sit down more or sit down longer. The only thing I don't like is you really feel like you're further back into the seat post. Your saddle feels like it's further behind than it was, even though I have it pushed all the way up to the front, because the way the seat post works, it bends back. It bends back like this. It does this, or it does this, I should say. And it feels like you could be you're further away from the handlebars. It feels that way. I know it's not. That's not the case, but just feels that way. I'm on pedal assist 2, gear 7. I'm just riding around. Feels good to be on the bike again. I drank some water. I don't have my backpack with me. I just have my vest, my buff on, the head tube, the tough headwear. I don't want my sweat touching or soaking up into the helmet. And so that's why I have the head tube, the tough headwear head tube on my head. But I got the Buff branded buff over my face because I'm facing the sun. I'm facing the sun as I ride the bike today, as you can see. So feels good to ride the bike again. I'm not wearing any support. My thumb is still aching, but it's a lot better. I'm not wearing the support as much, or I don't feel the need to wear the support. I'll wear it from time to time, but it still aches. My strength is at 90%. Dexterity is pretty much at 98%, but I think that last 100% is going to take a long time, because I think it's you know, when you sprain your ankle, your tendons and everything, it just takes a long time to heal. And that's basically what just happened to me. I pulled my tendons and ligaments and everything, and it almost feels like I dislocated this this thumb right here, and also just a little bit back here as well, dislocated this area. It feels like it, but obviously it's not because I'm moving it. But it's very tender when I put pressure right here. When I push or pull something, and it does hurt when it's touched the wrong way. I guess you can say. I don't know how else I can say that, but anyways, feels good to be out here. And yeah, the seat post really feels like it has a suspension. It's kind of weird. It almost feels. It almost feels artificial to ride in it. It almost feels artificial. Like I feel like there's an artificial feeling to how the pavement feels or how the ground feels. You know, it's kind of weird. I've never been on a full suspension bike, but I guess if I did have a feeling of what it would be like putting on the seat post here. I guess that would be like it, because it kind of serves the same purpose, I guess, in some way. Not really, but as long as you put your butt down on the seat, it keeps that back end on the ground as much as possible, because that spring is just pushing it. You know, I can feel the bumps and everything, but it feels so weird. It really feels artificial. I guess I'm so used to not having any suspension. I mean, when I was a kid, there was no suspension, or I didn't have any suspension, that's for sure. So Anyways, so just trying to get reacclimated to the bike here. And again, I'm testing it out for my wife. I want to make sure that everything's in good order. Nothing weird, nothing strange is going on with it. She's probably going to enjoy the suspension spring seat post, or suspension seat post. I don't know what it's called. SUNTOUR. I think it's called SUNTOUR or whatever it's called. I forgot. The link's in the description. Anyways, let me just ride around here. It feels good to get right in that breeze. Man, just standing out here, just really makes you sweat. When I was doing the review on an unboxing and installing the large basket and the rear rack on the RadROVER and on this on the RadMini, I was sweating. Man, got to get used to that humidity level again. Anyways, this is the RadMini, and I'm just making sure everything's okay with it, because a couple weeks from now, me, my wife, and my young one, my oldest won't be going. She's I don't know, maybe she will go, maybe she won't go, who knows. But maybe she'll hang out with friends. I don't think she'll come with us, because we're planning to leave like all day, be at the, well, our plan is to go to like Chick-fil-A, which is very close to us now. Chick-fil-A or Dunkin' Donuts, or maybe we'll stop by both places after we go Chick-fil-A and eat there. We'll have some donuts and maybe even bring some donuts if we have a chance. Hopefully, well, I don't know if we'll have the rack, the front rack available from Rad Power Bikes available by then, shipped. But fingers crossed, maybe. I doubt it though. I'll figure out something, but maybe we'll take some donuts with us, or some snacks or something. And we may even order pizza while we're at the water park. We're gonna go to the main one with the bucket pool, as it's known. So we're gonna go to the bucket pool, or end up ordering some pizza. I really feel like I'm further away with this seat post than the standard seat post. But I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to it. Still on pedal assist 2, gear 7. I'm just gonna go in a circle here, just a short little ride. Actually, let's just go this way. I'll come out the other end and pop out the other way. This way is not too bad either, because it takes me to the lake. It's a nice view. I'm sure you'll like it. It's just a gingerly ride. Another thing I've been doing to increase my, I guess, performance or training or overall health is I just started taking some creatine, or creatine, however you like to say it. And I'm taking it because I kind of feel like I'm actually naturally gaining some weight. I've taken some time off, and I've had a chance to eat a lot of good food, and I've still been walking, as you see some of my walk along videos when I was out in California. But and I feel like I'm getting muscular, or physically getting muscular. It feels that way. But at the same time, you know, I don't eat a lot of meat, red meat or tuna or anything like that. And I think that's the creatine supplement would help in my overall fitness. And so I've done a lot of research. I've done I've looked into the supplement, and other than maybe getting bald, which I don't have that problem running in my family. Baldness doesn't run in our family that well at all. I don't think there's very little risk in taking it, creatine or creatine, and it is just a supplement. It's not a drug. It's not regulated by the FDA, so literally it's just a supplement. And to get the same amount of supplement, I would have to eat, like, I don't know, a pound of fish or a pound of meat or whatever, red meat. And the cost of doing that, I would go broke or die of a heart attack eating, like, I don't know, a pound of red meat every day. So just buying the supplement is really cheap. I mean, I bought mine from the local store. You can actually get it online for really, really cheap. And you know, mine came out, like, I bought mine at a store, and it's really powderized. I was surprised to see how powderized it is. And I've been drinking it. I've only had it once. I'll have another one today. I'm not gonna preload. I'm just gonna have some, my typical 5 to 6 grams or 3 grams per day. But I was thinking, wow, it is really smooth. I don't feel anything. Although the seat could be, I still feel like I'm getting a little sore on the butt. But the bumpiness on the seat post or the saddle is not, I don't feel anything. The soreness just sitting on the seat post, I still feel slightly, but I think I'm okay, because if you ride the bike long enough, you eventually get buns of steel, and you won't feel anything. Oh, there's a nice breeze out here. Let me go out here. Just let me go out and feel that breeze. There's a good breeze coming right out here. Look at that. What is that? A stork or egret or heron? It's flying off now. Looks like well, we did have a whole lot of rain out here. The water seems to be higher. Yeah, the water is higher. Matter of fact, if you could see the ledge, I don't know if you can see the ledge right there, but the water is supposed to be at or below that ledge. You can see it's a lot higher. I don't know where. Well, I know where the water exits out of. If you, I'm actually seeing it for the first time, but you could actually see right there that there's a tunnel, and it looks like it goes out to the levee system back over there, and it eventually exit out the levee system. It'd be interesting to see the levee system, but should I go? I'm contemplating. I got the new seat post, but at the same time, I don't really want to. I know it works. I don't want a bumpy ride. I just want a nice, gentle ride, and just ride around. That's all I want to do. I mean, I don't. You know, I know the seat post works really good, so it's not like I have to test it or anything. Actually, I don't really have to test it, but just riding around, I guess default I'm testing it. And you know, I can tell you that it's a much pleasant ride with the seat post, the suspension seat post, than without it. So if you have an opportunity to buy one of these, whether you buy from Rad Power Bikes or Amazon, if you get it on Amazon, I think it's called, is it called SUNTOUR suspension seat post or something, whatever they have on Rad Power Bikes, you can buy from there or anywhere. or Amazon. Amazon is actually cheaper. It's like $89 versus Rad Power Bikes is $109. So I don't know. If you save 20 bucks, that's fine. So anyways. Yeah, back to my supplement. So I started yesterday. I'll probably take another. It's a daily dose, and I think after 30 days you will eventually reach your maximum absorption in your body, and from there you could essentially take it every day like any other supplement. It won't kill you, or you know, and not too many side effects other than the potential of going bald. So if you are already going bald, or you know that you are gonna go bald, this may accelerate that process. But if you don't, now there may be some percentage of people who don't feel anything, like it doesn't do anything. So I don't know if it will or not. I mean, I'm literally just taking the first dosage, which is 5 to 6 milligrams, and hot water. I'm putting it in hot water and drinking it like tea, and I'm taking it at night. It doesn't matter when you take it, as long as you take it every day. Some people like it in the morning, some people like it whatever. But another thing it does is it may, and I think I've had some effect of it yesterday. It may increase your acuity of your mind. It may, increase your sharpness, your brain, or help with your brain activity. So yesterday I had, for some reason, I had some sinus pressure, or kind of like a headache. I didn't get good sleep. I was a little exhausted. I had to cut the grass because it was the first day of all sunshine. When I got back to Houston, it was raining. So what I did was I decided to cut the grass that day because I didn't know if it was going to be sunny. Whoa, what the heck is... I gotta oil the chain, definitely. What the heck happened here? Looks like we got another accident, people. Someone definitely drove over this. Or somebody must have driven over this, because look at that. Oh my gosh. I don't see any tire tracks or anything, but it was either pulled or something. Obviously it's wow, strange. Anyways, I got a go-kart following behind me. So I'm just speeding up a little bit. I want to be on this side of the road because I know I'm going to eventually turn right. Oh, there's a lot of wind all of a sudden. You have to pick it up, pedal assist 3. So, anyways, so if you're not going to go bald, or you don't have a family history of baldness, you wouldn't have to worry. But there may be some part of the population where creatine has no effect, and if it has no effect, then you probably shouldn't take it. But yesterday I was exhausted. sleeping. I had some, I wouldn't say jet lag, but I was definitely not used to the time difference, although it's a difference of only 2 hours. So I woke up in the morning. I didn't want to get too late, but I couldn't get a good night's sleep, and I cut the grass. Yeah, I did take some allergy medicine, but I started getting like a headache, and mostly a headache and sinus pressure. I didn't eat. I had my morning nutritional supplement, but I didn't get to eat until like 3. So I woke up at 9, had my supplement, went out and cut the grass. It took me a long time. The grass was so thick, and I was getting used to the heat and the weather. I might have even had a heat stroke, maybe, but I took precautions not to get overheated. So I started to get a little headache. But by that time, I went out to the store. I got my pico de gallo from HEB. I bought some creatine, and I had it. I put it in hot water. I got what are those, Coreg? I got Coreg, and I just used it for hot water, instant hot water. So I had it in hot water. And this creatine is powdered form, and it's really powdery. So most of it dissolved. And there's barely tiny little amounts that didn't dissolve, and all I did was take a spoon and stirred it, and it completely dissolved. I put honey in the water to give it some sweetness. I have a sweet tooth, or I like my drinks with honey and lemon actually, but I didn't put any lemon in here. Maybe I should, but I guess it may not matter. So, and I drank it just like a tea, and it took me I don't know, 20 minutes to drink. I drank it like a tea. I just sipped on it, and it was nice and warm. And I fell asleep. I took a little nap, and then I after an hour, or maybe 2 hours, during my sleep, I kind of felt it in my sleep. I felt it have an effect on my head, on my brain, like it relieved the pressure. Now maybe that was something else, maybe it wasn't, but I've heard that creatine also makes your mind, it helps with your brain, makes it more acute, like makes you a little bit sharper. It gives you a little energy, because you know when you're tired and you haven't eaten, your brain gets starved, and I was essentially starving my brain. I mean, I did some physical activity, and the heat just drained me, and so I felt like I had some kind of brain headache or something. My brain was being starved, and so after drinking some creatine, dissolving it in warm water and putting some honey into it, I still had a feeling of a hangover. That was the weird part. It felt like a hangover. I felt the hangover, but the pain of the hangover went away. And I wasn't drinking or anything. It's just, that's how I felt. So anyway, so I think there's something to it, that it does help with your mental abilities, and may actually even help with prevention of Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. My wife tells me I have Parkinson's or Alzheimer's because I forget everything she says, but I don't think that's the case. I think that's just intentional. Yeah, this seat post is really nice. I don't feel that many bumps. The front suspension is absorbing most of, if not all, the bumps up in the front, and then the seat post just takes everything out from the back tire. It really feels like a full suspension bike. It really does. And I know I'm just riding on pavement, but it's really smooth. The ride is really smooth. pedal assist 3, gear 7, and I'm just pedaling. I'm not keeping on with it. I'm not trying to huff and puff. I'm just trying to enjoy the ride, and I have to tell you, I am immensely enjoying the ride. Feels good to be back in the RadRover again, or the RadMini. Just feels good to be on a rad power bike. I'm enjoying the breeze. It doesn't feel that hot. It's 100, like, feels like 100 degrees, but if you ride a bike and you get the wind blowing, it's not that bad. It feels like 80s. You could bear the temperature, even though I have a soft body armor on, the vest. All right. So I'll let you all know how the creatine goes. Maybe I'll go bald. Who knows? But it's only today is going to be my second day, and I take mine at night. As I just take it at night and sleep on it. I don't want to go. I was worried about feeling bloating or getting bloated or cramping. I've been drinking a lot of water, and I have noticed I've been drinking a lot of water and I've been peeing less. So I do think it's already, I don't know if it's already taking effect, but I usually drink, I always drink water, but I'm noticing I'm not going to the restroom as often as I do now that I know it's only been one day, but I know it's only been one day, but I'm feeling thirsty. Of course, I've just been outside, but I've been drinking a lot and going to the bathroom less. So your body will absorb, your muscle will absorb a lot of water. So that's the thing I have to do, start drinking quite a bit of water, which I do. But now I may have to be a little bit more conscious about that. So when I ride the bike, I'm probably gonna have to wear the backpack and drink out of the bladder. And plus, it's right now we're at the summer solstice, so it is the peak time of daylight, which usually is the peak time of heat, anyways. So, anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed this ride here. I know I did. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone. Bye.